Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video. It's betting time again. It is Friday. Let's jump into it. All right, folks, it's week 5. We are down to the wire. We're coming in towards the finals week after week. We've got 6 bets here that I really wanted to show you. 5 that are high value bets. 1 that should be for somebody who wants to go ahead and just make sure that their coins are somewhat safe, while still also making some decent coins because the prize pool isn't too crazy, okay? We're getting smaller amounts of matches now, so that means that we're not really having a huge selection of possible opportunities. So let's jump into the bets. First off, DQ versus 94VN, NRGP versus 29TO, 1V versus 1021, 61HX versus DR34, and XB70 versus Raise. Those are my high value bets. We're going to jump in here and we're going to take a look at all of these. First off, in realm of Horus, we have 2 bets. 1 is the high value bet and 1 is the more safe bet. Now, let me talk about the safe bet first, just because there's 1 of them. And also I want to give you my reasonings why. So we have 2 powerhouse alliances here and 2 very solid teams that have shown that they can perform at a high level in Osiris League playoffs. But I gotta tell you, Song last week beating OV really kind of put Song on a different level, in my opinion. It's obviously, looking at this from a prize pool standpoint, it's 3-1 in favor of Song. That means that, again, if you put in 1,000 coins, you're going to get 300 coins back, roughly 333 coins, plus what you bet. So you're not going to get a whole lot back. But if you put in 10,000 coins, that'll be 3,330 coins. So not too bad. It's not, going to make you a world beater, but it's going to give you some solid coins. And the reason I say that Song will beat TR is just the experience. I've seen Song go deep into the playoffs before. They've stepped up their game from previous seasons. TR has done so as well. They've definitely performed at a high level. DKV1 going down, but they lost to 1V, and it was pretty decent loss, almost 10,000 points. Now, I don't know if they were necessarily trying to not show their hand coming to the elimination side of the playoffs, so that's definitely something that could be a factor there. But I just see Song beating TR. I don't see TR, unfortunately for the folks in 254, I don't see them quite making it over that hump. But they've gone a lot farther than they have in the past. Sometimes they didn't even make it to the playoffs. So I think that TR has definitely stepped up in a big way and shown that they can perform at those top tier levels. But I think Song is just a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more cream of the crop. I think they've really put themselves in the conversation to talk about maybe taking on a 1V or a JST, which is likely what we're going to be seeing towards the next steps of the playoffs. Now, the value bet, we just talked about it. 1021 blackjack versus 1V. Man, I feel like, again, look at the value here. You have 128 million versus only 8 million. This is almost a 20-1 bet, guys. It's about 16-1 or so. And I actually have I think they can win. I really do think that 1021 has a shot to beat 1V. 1V is a solid team. They were the favorite last season. They ended up going down. And they've definitely performed really well. Again, beating TR, like I just said, beating their other team from 1034, OPA V, and then also taking out 44E, which was a fairly solid team. I think 1021, though, taking out 1008, which 1008 gave quite a few teams this playoffs a run for their money, and solid teams, not joke teams, and pretty much decimating them, almost 2-1 here on the trade last week. And then defeating SX54, almost defeating Song. Look at that, 200 points difference between 1021 and Song. I'm gonna come back to these guys because I'm risky. I'm gonna put some coins on 1021. I think there's a good value there, guys, and I think that you're gonna be sad if you don't put some coins on 1021. All right, next one we have Realm of Anubis. Absolutely nothing in here. I think all of this is pretty well bet. I think 60MX could win this. I'm not quite sure why this is so devastatingly towards 671K. They're a very good team, don't get me wrong. But it's only it's not even a 2-1 prize pool. So I'm not betting on that match. If I was going to bet on a match in Realm of Anubis, it would be 60MX to take the win. V636 taking on Wib. I think V636 will win there, although they have been kind of exposed a little bit with a couple earlier matches. I think one match they lost earlier in the playoffs there, but they were able to get away with it since it was the groups. CMC versus 60GT. I think CMC is one of those Cinderella teams that have done very, very well with only having 3 billion power in a realm that's chock full of, you can see 60GT here, 6.6 billion power, 4.5 billion power for WIB, 4.6 billion power for V636, 4.5 billion. I mean, just you can see all these 4.5 plus billion power teams. CMC still in the running, in the final 8 basically of the realm of Anubis. I think this is where their line comes to an end. I think they've done really, really well, but going up against the previous champions and what will likely be the previous champions this season as well, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough for them to cover that gap. So I think that 60GT will win. It's a good value bet if you want to put some coins on CMC, but I just don't know if you're going to get that return back. And then V56 versus 86NH, just really, really weird to me. I mean, it's over 10 to 1 in favor of V56. I mean, if you want to put some coins on 86NH, you certainly can. They did lose to CMC, who I just talked about, very, very strong team, but you're also going up against V56. It's over 2 billion power higher. They've taken out some very serious teams, TO93 being one of them. I don't want to bet on it. I don't want to bet on that one. So we're going to move on to Realm of Bastet. 2 value bets here. Now, 94VN was exposed a little bit. They lost a match earlier in the group qualifiers. They did win the previous year's realm. I think they were Realm of Sobek, if I'm not mistaken, last year. They're now in the Realm of Bastet. And DQ39, even though they did lose to EE, again, it was only a 900 point loss there. Otherwise, taking out QZQ by, again, 1,000 points and taking out PK26. 94VN, on the other hand, taking out RR31 by 13,000 points, taking out MR by 2-to-1 trade there. And then, again, 02 AT also losing to 94VN. I'm not saying DQ39 will for sure win, but look at this, guys. It's 155 million to only 10 million. It's 15 to 1. 15 to 1 odds. Again, if you put 1,000 coins, it's 15,000 coins in your pocket. If DQ39 was able to win that, that's some good coins in your pocket. XB70 has been the dark horse of the Realm of Bastet, I would say. Some very qualified and seasoned players that are in that team taking on Raze. It's 35 million to 10 million, so not quite as good of a trade. 3.5 to 1 is what you're looking at. So again, 3,500 coins on a 1,000 coin bet. Raze did take out Evil, although it was a very close match, 38 to 32,000, taking out seriously Riot. It looks like they didn't even barely show up. And then DD55 almost doubling up their score. XB70, on the other hand, almost got eliminated last week. Now, again, speaking of last week, I hit one of my 2 big bets. XB70 was one of them, and the way that they hit it, wow, 120 point victory. W is a W, right? That's all that matters, right? That's all that matters when it comes to the coins and the betting. So XB70 coming out and taking the victory there against 95DG. Raze, I think, is a better team than 95DG, so I'm not necessarily going to put a whole lot of coins on XB70, but it's going to be a smaller amount in the hundreds. Raze has done well in the past, and they are obviously showing that they can beat some of the better teams in the Realm of Bastet right now. But again, at only a 3.5 to 1 prize pool, I'm not really that psyched about putting coins on there just because the value is not there. Whenever there's other values bet here, like DQ39 and like Realm of Horus. So let's jump to Realm of Sobek really quick. 2 more value bets to talk about. NRGP versus 29TO. 29TO just took out BBC. BBC, as I've said on this channel multiple times inside of these different bet videos, BBC was a favorite to win, and they took them out and did a good job doing it. In fact, the majority of the match, 29TO, was up almost 2 to 1. BBC ended up coming back a little bit towards the end and getting the score pretty close, but 29TO pretty much had that match in hand the whole match, and has, I mean, looking at the different matches that they've already fought, they've done a very good job. NRGP, same thing. You've got a defeat of G41G, SV68, and K37D. All solid defeats there that they've handed out. This is a toss-up one for me, in my opinion. But again, look at the prize pool. 3 to 1, 300 to 100. So if you want to put a few coins on 29TO, They're a more powerful team technically. NRGP definitely overperforming on their power, their total power. But you have to think too, guys, this is Realm of Sobek. So this is the latest realms. You're not going to have those 6-7 billion power alliances that that are prevalent in some of the other kingdoms. So something to think about. 61HX versus DR34. Now DR34 was my bet if you wanted to do your eye for talent. So DR34 has been kind of steamrolling everything in front of them, as you can see, defeating 47IM, K244, and 302A. 61HX, however, has done a very solid job. Look at the defeats that they've given out, too. They defeated 35FD, 52GS, and WO36. And really, the reason I even bring it up, I mean, look at the prize pool. 318 million to only 9 million. That's like 33 to 1 odds. It's like 33 to 1 odds. Put 1,000 coins on there. They have a chance to win. Put 1,000 coins. Put 750 coins. In fact, we're going to do that. We're going to put 750 coins on 61HX. And again, the only reason is because of the value. If they win, it's a slam dunk, knock out your shop. So 29TO, I'm going to dodge just simply because it's only 3 to 1, but I wanted to showcase that 29TO could win, and with beating BBC, to me, kind of elevated their team to be able to do something like that. All the other ones are kind of fairly well bet, or the prize pools aren't that great. Let's go back to Realm of Bastet. I do want to do some coins on DQ39 as well, just because, again, look, it's a 16 to 1, 17 to 1 ratio. Let's do... Thank you for the new sub, by the way, Michaela. Let's do 500. So if we did this, this will be 7,500 coins. And if we lose, it's only 250 coins. So we lost 250 coins. So nothing really big deal. XP70 versus Raze. I don't want to bet it just because the value is so low. And I do want to bet a big chunk of coins on the Realm of Horus. So again, 1V versus 1021. And then you got Song versus TR. I'm going to cut my coins right down the middle, okay? So we've got 7,300 coins left. I haven't done my weekly stuff either, so I've got another 12 or 1,300 coins waiting to come into my shop here. But I'm going to do just right down the middle. I'm going to do 3,500 on Song, and then I'm going to do 3,500 on 1021, guys. 1021 is my big bet. In fact, there you go, 3,800 coins. I really think they've got a chance. And I mean, 1V is strong, guys. 1V is very, very strong. They could easily win. But again, value-wise, bet-wise, I feel like 1021 has a chance. They've got a shot. And the teams that they've beaten and the team that they lost to, I think it's there. I think the value's there. I'm not saying that's the play for everyone. If you've got some extra coins to throw, I would throw them on 1021. If you want to play it safe, bet on Song. I think they will ultimately take the victory against TR, but I also think that that match is going to be a great match to watch as well. So something to think about. Again, DQ39, getting some of my coins from a value standpoint against 94VN. I feel like they've got the juice to do it. They lost to EE, which was a little bit unfortunate, but they did beat QZQ. There's a little bit of value there, but the prize pool, it's all about the prize pool there. And then Sobek, I really actually do think that 61HX has a shot, but DR34 has been steamrolling everything. But at 33 plus to 1 odds, I mean, you can't not bet that. If I lose this, I've lost 375 coins. I mean, who cares? 375 coins gets you barely anything, but the chance of the victory gets you thousands and thousands of coins. So worth it to me in the end. But really, Horus is the main play this week. I hope this has been helpful for you all. I will see you guys this weekend on the official Rise of Kingdoms channel. We'll be casting. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one, and take care.